Morning everyone, Trucker John here. Check out all those trucks behind me there. Here I am at day 2 of my orientation. So here we go. Alright, so I finished day 2 of orientation. Here's my full report. So one thing I didn't mention yesterday was the shuttle situation. Due to the pandemic, they are only allowing 6 passengers in their shuttle van at a time. So we have 14 students. So if you're not one of the first ones in line to get into the shuttle, going to class or coming home in the afternoon, there's 3 trips. So they don't count you as being late because of that. They understand. But it sucks being the last one on the last shuttle because everyone was waiting for you. And it sucks to be the first one because you're waiting for everyone to show up. You're just kind of sitting around. So it is what it is. Not a big deal. But just be aware that's an issue. Probably at any training facility you're going to go to right now. Okay, jumping into day 2. Definitely more involved than it was for day 1. So we basically, once everyone was in class, first thing we did was take our lunch orders. Roll call. Best part of the day, right? Then right after that, we started watching a video. It's a 15-minute video, but when the instructor pauses it to lecture, it turned into about a 45-minute class. And there's actually some really good information. I'll actually post a link down below of the video we watched. It was actually a YouTube video, and it was quite interesting. So if you want to watch it, go ahead, or if you're coming to Prime Inc., just wait and you'll see the video. Basically, the video was going over different functions of the automatic trucks that we drive, the different functionalities, talking about hill assist, talking about cruise control, the different features that the truck has. And man, these things really are high tech. You know, they definitely put a lot of work into them, and I can't wait to actually get into a truck and try driving them. So after this video, we all went back into the other classroom to finish any computer-based training that needs to be done. I finished all mine yesterday, but there was a good percentage of the class that still had to complete some of that training. It's pretty lengthy. So I'd say about 4 or 5 students had to go back to do that, and we just kind of hung out and waited. And we did it, we just studied different stuff. They gave out handouts. Then we had a class on our electronic logs, our ELDs, and we learned how they did things in the past, paper logs, and how we're now doing things today and moving forward into the future. So definitely a lot involved. It was easy for me to pick up because I use electronic logs with my bus company. It definitely looks different. It's just a different company. We use Cellcon and Samsara in the bus company. And with Prime Inc., we use Qualcomm. Basically the exact same thing, just different companies. So it's a different layout, different software, different features, because you have sleeper berth, you have trailer information that I didn't have on the bus. So it's different in that respect, but generally it's the same thing. Off duty, on duty, pre-trip, post-trip, making sure everything is accurate on what you're doing with your time throughout the day. Different times, you have your 8 hours, your 14 hours, and your 70 hours on the truck. The bus is a little different, just slightly, but like I said, I had an advantage because I am used to recording what you do throughout the day on an electronic log. And of course, we had training on paper logs, the old-fashioned way. And it's important because if the electronic logs were to go down, you still need to record your drive time, sleep time, off-duty time, on-duty time, all that good stuff. So we still went through the paper log training, which was, again, for me, pretty easy. I picked it up quick. It's almost identical to what I used to do. I didn't struggle with it at all. Nobody did, really. It's not that hard. It's pretty simple. Anybody can do it. That class lasted about an hour to an hour and a half, with like a 10-minute break in between. So a lot of information. We definitely covered a lot of ground there. Definitely more involved than, not more involved, but I would say just maybe easier to follow than the computer-based training. Like I said, that's a little hard to follow just because it's outdated. The videos are kind of boring. So that pretty much brought us right up to lunchtime. Before lunch, though, I mean, we had a good 45 minutes of just kind of talking to the instructors, just general questions, talking about the different divisions, talking about different trucks, question and answer, just random questions from everybody. The different divisions they have, like tanker and flatbed. They have a floral division, which I was kind of interested in. Floral division, basically all they haul are floral, plants, trees, things like that. Temperature controlled, so it's still refrigerated. And how the job can be a little more difficult because you, instead of having one pickup location and one or two drop-off locations, you'll have one pickup location, maybe 7 drop-off locations throughout the country, and you are unloading the truck. But each pallet or box doesn't weigh more than 50 pounds, so that's not too bad. And you get premium pay. You get paid on top of that. Now, I don't know all the information, I don't know all the details, but that definitely piqued my interest, mostly because a lot of these loads go from Florida to California, Washington, Oregon, back and forth, so you get a lot of miles. You get the premium pay, and plus, if I can end up back in California, Northern California, back home at an end of a load, I might be getting more home time. I don't know. I really don't know how it works. That's just what I'm understanding so far. But definitely I'll be looking into that once I'm, a full-fledged truck driver. Then one of the instructors brought us to his office and did like a quick interview, one person at a time, kind of what they're doing yesterday that they didn't get to me. Looking at my birth certificate, my medical card, driver's license, learner's permit. They're going through all of your records, make sure they have your employment verification, all that stuff. They're just making sure everything is there and complete, so that way they can officially hire you, or at least somewhat employ you, because you're technically not an employee until you pass their test. I don't know, a little confusing, but they just want to make sure that you're eligible for employment, I guess, by the time you're done with this PSD training. And as soon as I was done with that, Prime Dispatch called me, left me a voicemail. I was in class, so I couldn't answer. And they basically told me, hey, we have your trainer picked out. So I received the answer for my question yesterday. Am I staying here to do training, or am I going to actually go out on a truck? Some people still are going to stay. I talked to a few other guys that are getting picked up either Friday night or Saturday morning, and today is Thursday, so once training's done on Friday, they're going to go right out. My guy, his name is David, and he's currently in Oregon driving north to Washington State. So by the time he drops off his load going to Washington and gets a load coming back to Salt Lake City, I'm looking for probably more like Sunday or even Monday before I get on the truck. But good news is I'm going on a truck. I'm not going to be stuck here in Salt Lake City for 2 weeks, which I wouldn't have mind that either, because like I said, it actually might be easy also. You just get all your training done right here and you take your test right away, instead of going out and being stuck on a truck and you're at the mercy of a load coming back to Salt Lake City in order to take your test. Anyways, however it works, that's where I'm at. So I'm looking forward to getting on the truck sometime this late weekend, next 3 or 4 days. I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. So I called my trainer and I had a good 30 to 40 minute conversation with him. I think we're gonna get along great. We had a lot in common, and I think a lot of that goes back to when you do your computer-based training, you do kind of like a psych test, but it's not a psych test, but it's psych tests I've done in the past for different employment. That's what it reminded me of. Basically, it gives you a statement and you pick from some options on what you feel is the best corresponding statement for that statement. Anyways, that's supposed to determine a good match, personality match for you and your trainer. So maybe it worked, because like I said, I got along with this guy real quick right off the bat from just a phone call. So I'm looking forward to meeting him in person and getting this training underway. So this brings us up to our lunch break, and we basically same thing as the day before. We ordered out this menu, and here is a picture of the menu. I took a quick picture this morning while we were filling it out. They have salad options, they have wrap options, sandwich options. It comes with a cookie or fruit, just like I was showing you yesterday. I chose the Cobb salad, which was pretty big. It filled me up, obviously. It was good. You know, I can't complain. Again, it was free. And then we had a tour of their tire factory here at the facility. So we had one of their tire guys come up to the classroom and introduce himself, and he escorted us all down single file into their maintenance shed or facility. And we walked through there, looked at all their tires, and then he gave us a little presentation on what a ball tire looks like, the different type of tires they use, their drive tires versus their steer tires, and they even give us all a tire depth gauge. So we have one now in our possession, so we can check our tires when we're doing our pre-trips. And then after that, we all came back to the computer lab. Some of the guys mostly were finishing up their computer-based training, getting those last ones done and out of the way. Most of us were finished. And then they went over our benefits. So another instructor came in and went over a PowerPoint presentation on our 401k and talking about how the company will match to a certain percent, and you'll be eligible for that after 6 months of employment. They did go over our medical benefits if we choose to elect any. The dental seems pretty decent. I believe for a single person it was like $2 a week. For a whole family it was like $4 a week, which seemed pretty reasonable. That's not bad. Then they went over vision. Vision was a little bit more. I think it was $8 per person per week, or like $16 for a family. Still not too bad. What was really expensive, and I was kind of shocked by it, it was their medical and prescription benefits. It was quite high. I believe it was, I could be wrong, but it was expensive. It was like for a single person, I want to say it was like $115 a week, and $300 a week for a family. That's per week. So that's a lot if you add it up. And they have different packages, and that price fluctuates. And that was about it. You know, it was just a quick orientation day, like any other employment. They went over harassment, sexual harassment. You know, there's a little 30-minute PowerPoint on that. They talked about different services that we get as far as accident insurance, death, life insurance in case, you know, something happens to us on the road, death, injury. There's different packages. That one actually I might purchase because it was actually pretty cheap. It's a $15,000 life insurance policy, which isn't a lot, but you know, that's enough to, you know, dig a hole and throw it in the ground, you know, for your family if that ever happens. $15,000, and it was like 40 cents a week. So that's not bad. You know, I'm definitely going to sign up for that one. The medical, I'm probably going to go somewhere else. You know, there's probably better rates out there. And then it was just more question and answers from students and their from the students and the trainer in the class, the instructor. That was basically it. Simple day. After that, we actually got out a little early, about 45 minutes early. So we all ran down to catch the shuttle because we wanted to be the first 6 people on the shuttle, and we were all hurrying to get down there to do that. And the shuttle didn't show up for another 30 minutes. So we all ended up waiting anyway. But no big deal. You know, we got our food voucher and all that. Came back to the hotel. So that's where I am now. Just got back. Wanted to get this video recorded real quick before I forgot anything. And tomorrow's day 3. We are going to finish up tomorrow. I was hoping to get on a simulator today, but that didn't happen. I might not even get a simulator tomorrow, which is disappointing because some people will leave by tomorrow night or Saturday, so they won't get on the simulator at all. Fortunately, if my trainer doesn't come until, you know, Sunday or Saturday, that leaves me at least a few days to not only train out on the pad while I'm waiting for him, doing pre-trips or whatever they're going to have me do, I'm hoping I get a chance to get on the simulator because I am looking forward to playing around with that. And hopefully I can take a video for you guys. If not, you know, it might be a confidentiality thing. But I'm going to try. We'll try and get a video of that for me for day 3. So now I'm going to think about dinner. Let's go see what I'm going to have, and we'll call it a night. So this is how the hotel looks. It's definitely an older hotel. You know, you can't complain because it's free, like I've been saying. But dang, this place is old, falling apart. It's definitely dated. Has that weird old smell to it. My room wasn't clean when I got here. I mean, I don't want to bitch too much and be negative, but I think we could do better with our hotel stays, in my opinion. I'm sure they pay a pretty penny for this place, but yeah, I don't know. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. So the restaurant was closed because they have some sort of sewer leak. It smells like shit in there. Probably a good reason to keep it closed. They're working underground there. So the guys said come back in 30 minutes. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do for dinner for all the Prime drivers. So walk back to my room, wait 30 minutes, head back down and see what happens. Maybe they're just going to order a bunch of pizzas or something. We'll see. Alright, so I just got back from talking to the front desk guy. And yeah, the restaurant's not going to open today. So what they did for us, we turned in our meal voucher and he gave us $10. So there's a Subway across the street and a gas station. Not sure if I feel like Subway, so I may try and order a pizza and just add a little to it. So we'll see. We'll find out what we're going to do here in a few minutes. So I went ahead and just ordered a Domino's pizza. I don't have to show you that food. You know what pizza looks like. So it's going to be here in about 20 minutes. That's my dinner for tonight. Hey guys, thanks always for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. Make a comment down below. Let me know how you're liking the video so far. Tomorrow's day 3, and we'll move on from there. Thanks. Bye.